afternoon everybody, and as you see I have my Berghaus Vulcan here. This is the old school Berghaus, and although this one isn't possibly 40 years old, originally these were made from 1972, so you know, it's an old design, but it's a good design. Now Berghaus itself was formed in 1966 by two gentlemen by the name of Peter Lockley and George Davidson. They were mountaineers. They wanted kit which was of suitable quality for the commercial market, and that's what they made up until 1970, where they decided that they were going to start making rucksacks as well. And they made two rucksacks, the Berg 172 and the Berg 272. Simple rucksacks, external framed, one compartment, simple closures. Now that was the same, and up until 1972 when they made the Berghaus cyclops system, which basically is what you see on the rucksacks today. An internal frame and a nice cushioned back as well. Now that sort of system was used on rucksacks like the Berghaus Rock and the old school military rucksacks, and indeed Berghaus themselves in 1982 was awarded the contract by the MOD to supply kit like this for the soldiers in the Falklands. So the kit had to be hard wearing, and indeed it is. This rucksack, aside from the lid, has never given me any problems. Berghaus of course have done lots of other stuff. They were one of the first companies to use Gore-Tex, which of course things like the Yeti gaiters, you know, these were pioneered again. You know, the first gaiter that would actually perform a complete seal around your boot. You know, very, very popular with Marines. And they were also the first ones to pioneer certain clip systems as well. So, you know, progressive company. But anyway, the rucksack itself is old. There's no getting away from it. And I thought to myself, is it time to update the rucksack? And I have. So I'm going to just move this one out of the way for a moment, and I'm going to show you my new Berghaus rucksack. Well, by the magic of television, we have a new rucksack. Let's have a look at it. Get rid of the waterproof cover. We won't need that on a day like this, he says. So we always have one. And as you see, it's the Berghaus Crusader 90+20. Okay, so while we're down at the bottom of the bag, you can see you've got a very good padded, formed waist strap there. And the idea with this is it sits on your hips. Okay, last thing you want is you know, your back getting pulled by not using this. So this one, once I put it on, the first thing I always do once I've got it on my shoulders is put this on, and say the renowned Berg buckle there just clips in. Now, a bit of a trick feature with these now, instead of pulling to the side like it used to, you've got two side pulls. You put it like that and it keeps that centre rather than pulling it round to the side. And again, there is additional attachments there and cinch straps there as well on the side, just really, really user friendly. Okay, but nice padded straps. And again, there is the little clips if you want to put a water bladder in, or some additional webbing if you want to put a carabiner on, or maybe an angled torch or something like that. Just at the top there is the chest strap. You know, that can clip together like that, keeps it nice and secure. You see that the back system is the Cyclops back system, and again it's probably one of the most comfortable systems I've used. I've got a hiking rucksack which is Berghaus, and that has a self-adjusting back system, but I think you know, if you set these right in the first place, you don't really need a floating back system. And you've got the load lifters, you've got the shoulder harness adjustments there, so you know, good thick 38mm webbing. All right. Now there's a few differences between the updated Crusader and the updated Vulcan. One, floating lid. You can actually release these here and actually lift your lid or actually remove the lid. You also have PALS webbing on the top, and again more PALS webbing here. So if I wanted to, I could put a pouch on there. I know some people say, you know, don't and you shouldn't, but why not? You know, at the end of the day, if you're going hiking, you're going to be adding extra weight. You know, if you're bugging out, or you know, you want to create an inch bag, then the more storage space the better. You'll also notice we've got the side pouches here as well. Now these side pouches aren't the ones that came with the Crusader, because these are actually slightly larger. You get two 10-litre pouches, but these are 15 litres, and I bought these separately. So I've still got the 10-litre ones, but I just wanted extra space, and of course that means effectively it's a 90 plus 30, so 120 litre Bergen. And you can in truth fit a lot more in here. As I say, I haven't got it completely rammed out. There, you know, there is plenty of space still left. I might add an extra pouch onto the front of this, haven't decided at the moment. So you have ice axe loops there. Everything's really good quality as well, and that's the thing with Berghaus, you know, the actual clips feel good quality, the material, you know, is good quality. This is built to last, okay? Now the material itself is what they brand as Armadura, which is 1000D nylon, and as I say, it is very, very tough. It does have a certain amount of water resistance, but that's why I do use the waterproof cover, and I just store that within the pack itself. Now if we go down to the bottom of the bag, you'll see you have a zipped compartment, and if I just undo those, you have actual space where you can keep the sleeping bag or anything else you want. Now my snug pack softy Harrier fits perfectly in here, and you could actually fit more in there. If you wanted to put your bivvy bag in there as well, you could. Of course, you don't have to put a sleeping bag in there. If you want to, you can actually open the drawstring and just create one big pocket. Now, I've had bags like this before. The Vulcan doesn't have this. It's just flat fronted without the separate section. And again, another little difference. But I think that's a really, really good idea. As you can imagine, if you get to your bug out location, the first thing you want to do is get a shelter up and have a kip. All you need to do is get the shelter out the side pockets. You know, by now I keep the shelter in one pocket, the cooking units and equipment in that one, and just to have the sleep system there means effectively I don't have to get into the main pack at all, which is really good. Now the clips at the bottom here, if I just clip those on, you've actually got enough space here if you wanted to put a bedroll or a tent or anything like that to fit on at the bottom. And obviously the trick is not making it too bottom heavy. The last thing you want is all the weight at the bottom. You want it sort of, people say put it right at the top. I'd go above halfway and close to the back, and that way you're keeping that, you know, you're not putting yourself off balance, okay? Okay, now everything's really well put together, as I say. The clips themselves, there's a Berghaus brand. These ones are UTX Flex, as I say, really good quality. You know, not flimsy plastic, you know, really good quality. The stitching's excellent as well, and as you see there, the actual zippers themselves are YKK, which is, you know, the standard. And as I say, everything does feel very good quality, and as I say, the material is very, very tough. We'll see how long that elastic lasts, say. On the side of the side pouches, there's a couple of clips, top and bottom. Again, things like waterproofs maybe can be put into there, or just kit and equipment that's, you know, you want within easy reach. You've got a similar setup on the actual body of the rucksack, which is designed for ski poles, or I guess you could use it for walking poles maybe, or even an axe if you wanted to put it down there. It's just really adaptable. It's whatever, you know, you want to use it for. Now my aim is that all the kits and equipment I need until I get to the bug out location will actually be in either the side pouches or the lid. So for example, I have waterproofs and my shelter there, and then only once I get the shelter system up I can start getting kit out, alright? But I'm not going to go into all the kit and equipment in this video because it's going to be going on quite a while, so that's possibly for another day. But before I go up to the lid, I'm just going to show you how you put these pouches together, because you can create a funky little day sack out of those. So I'll just show you how that works. Okay, so big heavy duty zips here. Just unzip that, and I'll just unzip that one here, which easy enough. As you see there, little shoulder strap on the back there, and all you basically do is put the other one and zip that to there, and you've got yourself a day sack. So what you do is just take the other one off like that, and the two together, zip it together like there, and there you have your day sack. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, very easy to do, and you've got 30 litre day sack that you can just use on a walk around. Right, there's the pouch back on. And here's the lid. Now again, little storm flap over there, zip to open. Key equipment can be kept in here, things like first aid kit, always within easy reach. Again, loads more things in here which I can go into. Head torch, again, within easy reach. It's important to have this sort of stuff so that you're not constantly opening and closing the bag. The more times you open and close something, more things you get out, greater chance of losing. And certainly, you know, in a survival situation, you really wouldn't want to be losing a head torch. It's easily done. Zip that back up. Oh, did you spot it? Down at the bottom there, another zip. Now the reason for that is that you actually have a secondary compartment here. And that is a really, really funky idea, because documents can go in there, maybe stuff that, you know, if the SHTF occurred, you can keep important information there, alright? So whatever really use of the bag, it's very, very adaptable. And again, things like the strapping and the webbing is all good. Can't say fairer than that, can you? So, just spin it back round again. I'll give you a sneaky peek inside. Pop, pop, undo there. Now the actual lid itself, as you can see there, has got another internal pouch. So very, very similar to the Army Bergen, the PLCE. Now the original Vulcan didn't have this on there, so that's a nice little feature they've put on there. And again, another little good idea is this strapping here, because you can really cinch down your load just by unclipping that. Easy to get into, and that just drops away down there. As I say, I've not got this completely round, there's loads more space in there. So it says 120 litres, well 90 litres main compartment, but really you can put a lot more in there. And as I say, just making sure that everything is packed back up okay, and just clip it down. Happy days. But in terms of durability, it's very, very good. Now the weight of it, on its own, is nearly 3 kilos, okay? How heavy it is when you load it up with all the kit, depends. Depends how much kit you put into it, I suppose, but I think you can pack quite a lot in there. So there we have it. That is a video of my new bug out bag, the Berghaus Crusader 90+20. Well, 90+30 if you include the larger pouches. And you know, I think it's worthwhile. Extra 10 litres worth of storage space, ain't to be sniffed at. I'm undecided though whether or not I'm going to put a pouch on the front. I may or may not, but at the end of the day, there's options there, okay? And I've always said there's no hard and fast rules with any of this stuff, guys. You know, what works, works, and you make your own decisions, okay? And you generally find that you make a decision, you might get a good result, alright? So cost-wise, these bags aren't cheap. And at the time of filming, you're looking around about £200 for a brand new bag, but you know, occasionally you can get second-hand ones. This one, I got an absolute cracking bargain. So look, go online, check out the deals, check out the websites, check out the auction sites. You might get yourself a really good deal, but they don't crop up that often, because generally speaking, once you buy one of these, you're going to hang on to it, I think. But you know, only time will tell how long it will last. Hopefully it will last a good while, like the original Vulcan I had. You know, and again, very, very similar. You know, there's some good features with this which I think works possibly a little bit better than the Vulcan for my uses, but each to their own. Anyway, next video is going to be about the contents of this bag. You know, a full sort of loadout of all the kit and equipment of this 72-hour bug out bag. So that's one to watch, okay? Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's like you've enjoyed this one. If you have enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. Don't forget to click the notifications, and then it will alert you for when the next video comes along. Anyway, thanks for watching. Any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.